Listen-only mode.
Good morning everyone and welcome to today's webinar, De-risking your startup idea. Before we get started, I would like to go over a few items so you know how to participate in today's event. You are listening in using your computer speaker system by default. If you would prefer to join over the phone, just select telephone in the audio pane and the dial-in information will be displayed. You will have the opportunity to submit questions to today's presenter by typing your questions into the questions pane of the control panel. You may send in your questions at any time during the presentation. We will collect these and address them during the question and answer session at the end of today's presentation. I would now like to introduce our speaker. His name is Mr. Satyen Jain. He represents Leo Technosoft. Satyen, I would like to hand it over to you. Before I hand it over, I would like to take you through Satyen's profile. Satyen, he represents Leo Technosoft. He heads Leo Technosoft. He's a serial entrepreneur with 20 years of experience in IT security and compliance, product development and consultancy. In advisory board of Wiki Reviews, Cloud Access, Fluid, CM, On-Call People, Circa System. He is also the co-author of the book, That's Not My Business. So Satyen, now you can take over.
Thank you, Rohit. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to all audience. Thank you very much for joining my webinar today. So very interesting. Today we are going to talk one of the topic. As my early startup, everybody used to say, startup is all about taking the risk. But after my experience and being into the multiple startup, I realized it's not about taking the risk. It's more about how you can de-risk your risk when you are starting the startup. So in today's webinar, I'm going to share my experience, how you can start de-risking your risk to make your startup as successful and established to make to the next level. So this is one of the analysis done by CV Insight, very interesting analysis which give you the what is the top reason of startup failure. So let's look at the top 5 reason of failures. The top is no market need. It's very interesting, which they are saying 42% startup fail because there's no market need. Second is ran out of cash. Yes, that is very obvious. And third is very interesting, they don't have the right team. It means you don't have the right team, and this could be one of the biggest reason of getting failure. And next is get out competed. And very last, I can say in the fifth number is pricing and cost issues. So very interesting reason of being failures in startup. And now we are going to discuss today is how we can de-risk this reason of failures. Now, being as a startup driver, you are the startup driver for your startup. You have idea in your mind and you get motivated by that idea and started the startup. Your idea was in mind, but as you start up your company, move from your mind to heart, and you started taking the decision from the heart, which means you are opening to more risk and you are taking some decision based on your heart, not based on your mind. So I'm going to talk today about the 3 success drivers and how you can apply those success drivers and de-risking those success driver to build better organization and stabilize your startup. First success driver, we talk about the passion. Let's take an example of Kodak. Everybody knows about a company Kodak, one of the greatest in the film role and one of very known company in film role. Has a big passion to get into a digital camera technology, But after they get into the digital camera, after in a year, they have to file the bankruptcy. They have the great passion. Why it is failed? I started my own restaurant by hearing the friend that restaurant business always going to bring around 70 to 100% profit. Being as a foodie, love food, I started my restaurant, but my euphoria not stay long, and I closed my restaurant. My passion was too high. So I was thinking, if my passion is high, why I failed? I read so many books which talk about the passion, right? And how this great thing now can go wrong. Then I realized passion is food for business. Yes, it's the important pillar for business, but it don't be overfed. How we can de-risk your success driver? Taking couple of example. Passion should not drive your business decision. Align them to business goals and strategies. Yes, passion is a building block. We understand is very needed for the success, but only passion is not at all. Bring a passion to your workplace. You being only passionate about your idea and startup doesn't going to help unless the team and your workplace have the carrying the same passion which you have to make this success. And you have to push your passion towards the team so that they can believe in your startup and idea to walk and run with you to make your startup success. Let's take one very good example of car Nano. I'm not very sure if everybody know about car Nano. Car Nano is one of the cheapest car of the world, which started or initiated by one of the group, Tata Group in India. The founder of the group has come with the passion that, okay, let me get a car in $2,000 and give to my customers one of the cheapest car, four-wheeler car, definitely in $2,000. And in that days, I remember in $2,000 you can buy a golf kit. But he has a passion and dream to take out a car in 2000. He pushed that passion in his team down below, and the team got so much passion out of his vision. And end of the day, today we see the car on the roads with the same amount, and one of the become a cheapest car of the world to run on the roads. Now let's move to the next success driver, which is adeptness. To run a startup, you need to carry a multiple skill. You need to carry a management skill. You have to be expert in knowledge what you're doing as business with. You need a soft skill to make your team intact and be team with you. So it is very important to do a self-assessment of yourself and see where I'm not incompetent. Remember that you don't have to competent in all of the areas. You don't have, but you have to do the self-assessment to know where I'm incompetent. And once you know incompetent, try to build, consult and employ the better skill person to bridge that skill deficiency in your business. I always talk about a theory which is, I say, is incompetency theory. Make your incompetent yourself so that you hire or consult the competent people. Take example of one of the biggest IT provider, Wipro, who started with the person who used to do hydrogenate oils year back. That is the guy who has now built the biggest IT service world company as Wipro. Second, we can take over the example of IT service provider Airtel, where the person was into the cycling crank manufacturing, and today he's one of the Asia's largest telecom provider. Third is very interesting on the Donald Trump. We are listening now everywhere in media, TV, electronics about this name. Yes, he has a lot of unsuccessful, but he has built a multiple successful company like Trump Towers, 80 Wall Street. So many businesses he's built successful, which means he has applied the theory of incompetency where he has hired the right team and right people in the company to make it that success his business. So what we have to do is we have to adopt some of the areas, the theory of incompetence. Need to bring a better people on the board so that they can leverage the ecosystem to de-risk your startup. So that is needed. Now let's move to the third success driver, which is market readiness. Whenever we talk any entrepreneur, any startup company, and they always, I get a one message. I have looked at the market and seems this most definitely exist. Oh yes, let's do this startup. Let's go with the system. there is a bigger belief that there is a market and let's start. I will share a couple of examples where electronic company 10 years back, he started the electronic company, electronic car manufacturer, or come up with the electronic car. When the petrol prices or your gas prices were going up, and that time he come up with the electronic car, but couldn't able to survive. You can see the another example of Bisleri water. Despite the drinking water being freely available, they are into market and doing the best, and they are in profitable. So it means there are always a two type of market. One is a virtual market and genuine market. We have to identify which is a genuine and virtual market. If you look at the right hand side, you can see three circles. Intersection with your customer and with your company or with the competition is always a genuine market. Any intersection without a customer is your virtual market, which means that market is in your mind, but is not in your customer's mind. So to de-risk it, you have to do the detailed market assessment to understand your market. If your assessment ability is limited and indecisive, it may be better to go and take a help from other person who can do a better market assessment for you and guide you that what the actual market exists. You need to clearly identify your idea it is disruptive enough to create a new market. Lot of idea always go into the war zone where you are competing with your competitors, which is already there in the market for many years. And that become a challenge for startup not to succeed or not able to win the race when there are the old and stronger players are into the market. So we have to first transform your virtual market which is in mind, to the genuine market. And once you get your genuine market, then you have to develop another type of market, which I have talked in my book, That's Not My Business, that it's going to be quasi real market. I have given another term. You need to provide a quasi real market. Now, what is a quasi real market? Is a intersection between your idea and the customer, and there is no competitor. If you look at in the center where the intersection between customer, between competitor and you is a war zone, and you are into the war zone with your customer to win the race, and this is difficult. You have to come out from war zone and create your own cozy real market, which intersection is between your customer and with your company. This cozy market is not going to be a cozy market after some times, because your competitors is going to start entering into this cozy market and it's going to become again a war zone. So as a startup, you have to innovate, motivate the company to keep moving your market into the cozy market so that you are not into the war zone. Last, I'm going to talk about the business equation which I have come up with in our book, That's Not My Business. We have talked about another equation where you can validate your idea. Unless this equation become equal to 100, then you should learn that, okay, this idea still is not my idea to go and run the business. So now you can see the equation. You have ZAPI where we say passion, adeptness and market readiness. All are 3 equals weightage of each 33%. Now you add up all 33%, still it makes 99%. 1% is still missing. What is that 1%? We say the 1% come from your right time, right place, right investment and right business model. You have to be in right time, right place, and you could have the right investment to run your company with the right business model. Even this percent is 0. If you don't have, you are going to be a failure. Take an example of coffee chain in Asia. A lot of coffee chain has entered in the market, developed the market, educate the customers about the coffee cafe. bring, have set up the environment or ecosystem where people start moving from their home to drink a coffee or tea outside their home to a cafe. And once a market is developed, Starbucks has come with a very different ambience and win the race. And today they are one of the top coffee seller in Asia also. So which apply in the right time, in right place, and might be in right business model. So I'm not going to talk too much about the business equation. I have more detailed about this business equation and assessment in my book of That's Not My Business. Yes, definitely you can go and look at my book. You can get more assessment over it. Now to conclude today's webinar, passion and adeptness and market readiness have equal weightage. Please apply incompetence theory. Differentiate between virtual and real market. Continuous assessment of your success driver for de-risking is required. Your bonding quotient is right time, right place, right investment, and right business model into workable business. Keep thinking about these 4 parameters beside your passions, adeptness, and market readiness. So with this, I'm going to conclude my webinar today. And I'm going to hand over back to Rohit. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Satyen. It was a wonderful session. I would just quickly like to take you through for Leo Technosoft's introduction today. Leo Technosoft started in 2006 with core focus on product development. India-based hybrid product engineering partner with local delivery centers in Chicago, Indiana, Los Angeles. Global delivery centers in Singapore, Mumbai, and Pune in India, and its unique partner product development model for ISV and startup industry, which is known as the BOMT. We have got strong customer footprint in cloud SaaS development with 30 plus success stories, technology and revenue agnostic approach towards product development. Well, today I would like you to take you through our unique model, which is known as the BOMT model. To give you a heads up, the BOMT model is an innovative hybrid partner product development model that offers a low-risk, hassle-free, cost-effective global sourcing. So to talk about the USP about this model is that it aids startups and ISVs to reduce time to market, create opportunities for increasing revenue and maximizing return on investment, thus enabling them to achieve business transformation together. In this BOMT model, the B stands for build. So the advantages are a focus on product engineering, flexibility, build product on compressed jump in and iterate cycle. The benefits are like stay focused on your core business area, lower organization costs, no worry of hiring talent, and you are also not concerned for maintaining infrastructure. The O stands for operate. The advantages obviously are process expertise, knowledge management, enables the team for productive work. And in terms of benefits, operations support, infrastructure management, server management support, and development of processes. The M stands for market. Obviously, the advantages are marketing and sales. It would aid you in marketing and sales. The benefits, again, that you get established resellers network to grow business. So the focus on meeting customers' demands and selling. There's no issues in terms of lead generation, on-demand support for enterprise customer acquisitions and demonstrations. T stands for transform. Again, advantages, you get a superior product at disposal, tailored for your specific needs, talented industry expertise for raising next level of investments. Plus, it's faster in terms of time to market with lower costs, and modeling your business for a next level again. This helps in terms of raising next level round of investments through an established VC network. So this is a unique BOMT model which Leo Technosoft has developed, and in terms of the startups and ISVs, it has been most effective, wherein we have helped them come up the curve. So I would like to hand it over to Satyen now for the round of question and answers. So you've got a control panel wherein you can punch in your questions, and those questions will be addressed by Satyen. Satyen, you can take it over.
Thank you. Okay, so we got one question by Mr. Weber. So he's asking how important is the business model. Yeah, very good question. For any startup or any idea, you have everything in your mind, and that whatever you are thinking has to bring over the paper. And that paper is nothing as a business modeling. If you look at any entrepreneur, whenever you go and start your organization, you have everything in mind. Who is my customer? Who is my channels? How I'm going to sell? What is my key resources? That somehow need to bring over on the paper, which is nothing as the business modeling. And once you get into the paper, it helps you to understand where are the gaps and where the lags, and give an opportunity to correct those parameters to succeed into your startup. So business modeling, I can say, is very important. It gives you a very early risk which you can de-risk by doing the business modeling.
If there are any further questions from the participants, you can definitely send it to us. We would be sharing so would there be any questions? You can address it right now in the control panel so that we can address them right away. All right, now we would be launching in the poll, that is the polling questions for today. So you have to just answer it, which would be right, reflecting in your control panel. So you still have time to respond to the polling questions. You can submit your response now. As soon as you submit your response, we will be then closing in the poll in a few moments.